Okay, we're in the clear. Hello you and welcome to some kind of Fox content and welcome back to Beholder 2, where we, I think, are getting pretty close to the end. Wow, the game is a little loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. All we need to do, that's not what I meant to do, but I did it. All we need to do now is to get Stephen Docking, to leave. And Horatio Newport. However, I think Horatio is gonna leave by himself now that I talked to the time traveler, and he's gonna be like, time to go. But I don't know about Steven, how I get him out of here. It's raining again today, and I forgot my umbrella. Hopefully, they'll cancel that rally support in support of the leader. I don't want to get wet. I wouldn't count on it. They always go ahead with the rallies, whatever the weather. You shouldn't forget that. Well, whether or not you bring an umbrella or not, then you're going. Did you? Okay. But yeah, how do we get Steven? I haven't gotten anything that sort of points me in a direction where I can be like, oh, Steven, maybe you should go over there instead. Okay, let's go up and see if Horatio is gonna leave now that I talked to the time traveler. So we've already got one call there. And we got Oliver. Do you have something new to say, Oliver? About Steven? About Horatio? Nope. Okay. But as soon as we've gotten them to leave, because I maybe did the last, or this floor a little too fast. I botched some quest because I immediately went and reported on the boss, and then he got arrested. So I think I did this floor too fast, but that means that we are fastly approaching the end of this game. And I'm sort of excited to see what all this Heimdall project is all about. Horatio, can I get you to leave? The Scrotting effect. Dr. Newport, can you help me? I took your advice and started watching the Scrotting. Oh, this is the guy who wants to talk about the show. The Schrödinger effect, but I couldn't figure out whether the main character is alive or dead. Well, that's why it's named the Schrödinger effect. It is commendable that you enjoy quality entertainment, but if you think that I'll talk TV with you, you're mistaken. I watched the shows just so I could talk to you. How do I get you to leave then? I talked to the time traveler. I don't know, man. Stop! Well, okay. Card with papers. Something, maybe. With all these cars around, there's gotta be something. Nope, there's nothing. How do I get rid of the last people here? Table with blueprints. Did I already check this? I think I checked this. Stand. Now I can do this one. Wait, I could... No, I already did it. I'm dumb. It was this one I couldn't do. Oh my god, that was so dumb. Well... wasted some time. Well, I don't really need to make money, or... I do need to make some authority, but I'm gonna do that by getting Steven and Horatio to leave, and I don't know how to do that right now. Do I call someone? Ghostbusters? Nope. Oh, well. Okay, let's talk to Steven. Maybe he'll indulge me on how to get him to leave. Discuss Quantum Junk Heap. I tried watching Quantum Junk Heap and I didn't understand a thing. There are plenty of strange things in the first episode. A synchrophasatron, beams radiation, the theory of relativity, all that, and I'm not very good at physics. Well, just ask if there's anything you want to know. I'm always happy to help. At least I'll have someone to discuss new episodes with. And then we're not gonna discuss it? Cool. How do I get people to leave? And I can't hack the things. Maybe I need to hack his thing. See if he has some photos or something. For now, let me go to the Lost and Found. Well, I already been there, so there's not gonna be anything new. Well, what do I do then? I'm so confuzzled. And I don't want to work. I just need to get them to leave. And then the promotion will come all by itself. Go away, Horatio. Like, actually, because I need... Oh! Hack it. See if we can find some incriminating photos or something. Wait, did I already hack this one? I can't remember. Okay, let's hack. Hacking time. Oh, he's got a mail. Quota. Provide a certificate of disability ASAP. Maybe he's not even disabled. The Ministry of Social wishes to announce the lottery. Yeah. And there he is on like a factory or something. So that's something. What do you hide? Oh, wait, I could just plant a book on them, couldn't I? Picking code locks. Is that what I need? What the frick is this? Clone. Oh, that's the vaccine. Oh, do I need to vaccinate one more Carl? I don't think so. Okay, so if we can get Horatio to leave... No, Steven to leave, then I can get that book and that biometric safe. I'm gonna hack yours too, right? Just because I can't remember what's on it. Uh-oh. Why did it go black all of a sudden? Oh yeah, right, with the lady and the such. And then the Triumph, and then that. I am making no progress whatsoever. See, there's one more here. And then... hacking Exodus terminals. I could just steal them. Should I just steal them? Yeah, hang on. I don't have time for this. I need to make progress. Save file. Here we go. I'm stealing. I'm taking everything. Then I'm going home. I could just make them leave and get it naturally from the lost and found. But I don't know how to make progress. So now I'm gonna get the Exodus, blah, 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 and the other terminal thing. Then maybe I can hack something else that will allow me to get these people to leave. Okay, I'm taking your stuff too. I don't care. Well, I do care. Who am I kidding? But I like to pretend that I don't. Yoink and yoink. So we stole everything now. That's 4 things we stole. How much authority am I gonna need to get myself out of this one? Come on, let me leave. Here we go. Okay, it's gonna beep. And then if it's bad, we'll just load the game, right? Start anew. And there we go. Blah, blah, blah. Halt. I didn't do anything. Use authority. There we go. Yeah, get out of here. And then we can head home, and then we're gonna read some books. Exciting, I know, but... shut up. Oh, wait. Before we do that, I have 2 new biometric safes. We got Heimdall codes. Now I just need 30. Oh! Talented and very smart, obsessed with utopian ideas of the perfect world, incredibly hardworking but becomes completely impervious to external stimuli when immersed in his work. Thus he may come across as absent-minded, untidy and unhygienic, but this is misleading. He is soft yet uncompromising. He exhibits absolute commitment and polite integrity bordering on madness. I recommend... Nah, damn it. To be honest, I don't know why I'm writing these profiles. All this bureaucracy gets so deep into our veins, mixes with our blood, that it becomes part of our metabolism. Each member of the inner circle is, in fact, at the very top. All these profiles and recommendations are useless, simply an acquired reflex. I'm afraid that sooner or later this nonsense will become a set of instinctive reflexes that we pass down to our children and grandchildren. I remember the day your mother and I went to the coast. Everything changed when you were born, but back then we still had a coast not poisoned by fuel from sunken military tankers. Without the burnt corpses of young soldiers, both ours and Boreans, who died in that senseless war. On that sunny day, your mother and I drank 3 bottles of wine, swam until it got cold, and then warmed ourselves up in each other's arms under a large woolen blanket. I remember that day as clearly as if it was yesterday. Because the day we conceived you is the second happiest day of my life. The first one is the day you were born. Oh, that's sweet. Now we just need 25, and there are 2 biometric safe left. We are getting close to the end. I can feel it. Now, if only we could get closer to the end of Stephen and Horatio, that would help, but maybe if I read the books and hack some more and steal some more. Just pay the bills. So I got plenty of demands. Yeah, it's fine. Hey, there we go. And I'm gonna watch the shows. Watch. There we go. And I'm gonna read a little bit. How much do I need to read? 9. Okay, so we're gonna read this. And then I need 4. Okay. So I need 2 minutes when I get back tomorrow. I wonder what Exodus terminals will grant me access to. I don't know what an Exodus terminal is. Guess you could say I'm terminally ill with the question, how did you get... I don't know. I'm trying my darndest here to make progress. And I feel like we're close. I'm gonna check this again, just in case I forgot something. I didn't. We're fine. Hi, Mr. Guard. I can't, for the life of me, figure out how to get these 2 people to leave. Did I miss a terminal here, maybe? Maybe the boss's office is an Exodus terminal? I can't hack anything here. I'm gonna check this again, just in case. Nope, nothing there. It does provide me with a wee bit of freedom, just having so much money. I can't remember if I did this, but I'm gonna do it again. Well, it's gonna be in the Lost and Found. No, foreign wristwatch. Should we devolve back into the the not so good things of planting evidence or prohibited items on people and then being like, hey, this, yeah, sure. Because I don't know how else to do it. Hang on, do I have a quest with any of them? No, I do not. Okay, fine, I'm planting. And I think I'm gonna plant on Steven, because he's the one where I really don't have an idea of how to go about his demise, so to say. You don't even want to talk about the show anymore. Cool. Steven. Here we go. Hacking. I'm sorry, Steven, but I have to do this. Can't figure out how else to get rid of you. Put that there. Steven has some prohibited items. Gonna phone that in. Gonna get rid of him. And then it's all about Horatio. I'm sorry, Steven. Submit information and then report misconduct. Steven. Sorry. I'm pretty sure maybe we would have found out that maybe he wasn't disabled or something. But I wanna progress. I feel like we're getting to the end of this game now, so I wanna get there. I don't wanna drag it out too long. You see, now I can hack this. Oh, is that my father? Ah. Editing The Perfect Man, Myth or Clone. Mr. Weinberg would like to review a manuscript, however, we are forced to refuse publication due to paper shortage. Ah. Wolfenstein, really? Redgrave, are you sure this is necessary? This man had a family. Weinberg, you know my stance. Anything for the greatest common good. It's wise to sacrifice one person so that the species can survive. Survival of the species is no longer your goal. Don't delude yourself, Isaac. You are after a lot more. I don't see development as a bad thing. This is evolution, albeit artificial, as accelerated and man-made. But nature is too slow and often gives us the species best adapted to a specific habitat. I want the habitat to adapt to the new species. But we're talking about individuality. You're for freedom of choice, aren't you? So let me remind you, this man made his choice. Thus, it fits in with your value system, Caleb. Okay. So we found that out. Okay. One more piece of information missing. What is this camera angle? Whoa, what happened? Is there anything else I can do in here? Did I do this one? Can't remember. I'm not doing it because I need time to read my books when I get home. One thing we could do, and again, it's sort of a cheap way out that sort of blocks out a lot of the history with Horatio. I'm sure there's a natural way to get rid of him, but one thing we could do is go down to the first floor and buy the foreign currency from the guy. And then once we have that, we can just plant that on... oops, that's not what I meant to do. And then we can plant that on Horatio. I know we're gonna miss Stevens and Horatio's, you know, like natural departure, like how their story plays out. But I think we're in the end game, and I'm getting to the point where I want to conclude this game. Did you see the new monument of the leader in the square? What a monstrosity. Are you nuts? I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Oh, there's a new statue. Okay, this guy. Oops, I didn't mean to stop. There we are. Ubi ba ba ba. Foreign currency. And conversation. Then we go up here. Then that's my desk. This is the one I need. No, I didn't mean to knock. He's not there, you idiot. I meant to hack. Go. Put that there. I am not gonna phone this in just yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go home and see if Horatio does a thing with the time travel again, because his story was beginning to play out. I thought we had actually finished it, but then it sort of stalemated. So I want to see if I go home, if that will make his story continue. If it doesn't, then I'll phone it in tomorrow. Because then I don't know how to do it. Also, we need to look for the new statue, apparently. Well, we don't have to, but I want to. Here we go. Doesn't look new to me. Ah. Okay, let's go home. Nope, still ain't there. Well, then I don't know what to do. Select all. I gotta be a little cautious about the money. I'm gonna go read the book first, then I'm gonna watch the shows, then I'm gonna call the phone, then I'm gonna check the door. There we go. That's the coded locks. Wait, I'm gonna check the door first in case I need to. It's just gonna say Nathan's. Yeah, see, I can't go anywhere. And I can't call anyone. Archive? Nope. File number James? Nope. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna phone in Horatio tomorrow then. But we're gonna watch our shows. Ding ding. There we go. And to bed we go. And tomorrow, promotion. Oh, click it. Do. And then I think we will talk with the great leader and finally figure out what happened with my father. Hopefully. Here we are. Did this up here. I'm gonna give you one last chance, Horatio, to walk out on your own, so to say. Nope, it's all the same. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Horatio, but... Horatio, do you have anything on him? Nope. Okay, well... Nah, I'm just gonna make him leave the old-fashioned way, then. But not until we hack this one. See, now I can open this. What does the boss of this run? Oh, there's the last biometric save. And what is this? Read me to gain forbidden knowledge. Loot boxing. Find all father's boxes. Achievement unlocked. Read me to gain forbidden knowledge. Ooh. That actually sounds kind of fancy. But first, speaking of knowledge. There we go. That's all of the biometric saves. We spent so much time studying the immunity of the blind to our signal that we've become blind ourselves. It was so obvious. Heimdall doesn't make corrections as we thought it did. It doesn't fix things the way I had hoped. It suppresses, entirely replaces the subject with itself, leaving no memory of the signal. It's so hideous that I can't find the proper words. This changes everything. Handing it over to the inner circle is the same as allowing a pyromaniac to drive a train with high-octane fuel tanks into a volcano. Today I locked the system to the central terminal and blocked access to everyone except myself. I'll make my last attempt this evening. 5 UV may be less destructive, but there's little hope left. I don't understand, but I'm sure it will make sense. And I can't remember if we did this one, so I'm just gonna do it. And I just wasted 5 minutes on nothing. Well, let's go out, let's phone in Horatio, let's go home, read that book about forbidden knowledge, and then let's get a promotion, and then all is good. I'm sorry, Horatio, but I couldn't get you to leave any other way. There we go. I feel a little bad that I couldn't figure out how to get Stephen and Horatio's story, but, you know, in the name of progress, as the ministry would say. And there we go. I am gonna go... No, I'm gonna ask for a promotion now, and then we'll go home. Congratulations, you've served our country well. The wise leader has taken note of it. You've been promoted under the workload increase program for exceptional employees. After you're promoted, blah, 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 blah. Get promoted to floor 37, top of the world, achievement unlocked. Your access card will be available tomorrow. Okay, home I go. Reading my book about forbidden knowledge. Calling James. And tomorrow, we shall have our meeting with the great leader. And maybe we'll be the one to be thrown out the window. I kinda deserve that for all the shite that I have done, but you know. Oh, hi Horatio, I see you're on the outside now. Maybe that's my fault. James, I've been promoted to the very top. Hot damn, Evan! Finally, that's the best news I've heard since I can't remember the last time we had such good news. Now what? What's our next move? I don't know if we can trust James. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't have a next move. We are entering Terra Incognita. I have no idea what awaits us on the top floor. Your father always fell silent when I asked about it. I don't mean to be rude, James, but are you shitting me? I've worked all the way up to the top and you don't know what I'm going to find there? You'll find answers, Evan, that I'm sure of, and this time I'm coming with you. Your clearance allows you to bring visitors with you. You're one of the gods now. Thank you, James. Honestly, I'd feel better with you around. We won't leave a single question unanswered. Heimdall, the death of your father, all the injustices perpetrated in the name of the leader. We'll find the answers to every question and hold the guilty accountable. Meet me near the elevator, Evan. I don't think I can trust James. I have a bad feeling about him. Oh, luckily those bills weren't anything noteworthy. I hope I have enough time to read that book about forbidden knowledge. Maybe it's about how to understand women, you know? Hello? I can't read it! But it has forbidden knowledge! Let me read it! Ah. Oh well. I'll watch my shows one last time. Watch. There we go. One more bedtime before we speak to the leader and figure out the mystery of all of this shenanigans here. And figure out whether or not we can trust James. I don't think we can. Maybe James is the great leader and he's been testing me all along. Hi. Here goes. Hello there, James. Are you ready? Well, Evan, are you ready? I think so, James. Are you sure? Perhaps you still have some unfinished business in the ministry. Any promises you still have to keep? Something tells me that there's no going back once we step into that elevator. Go to the top floor. I have no unfinished business. Let's go. It's time to get some answers. Excellent, my boy. Let's go. Whoa. Ain't this just fancy? This elevator is a little small. We're standing quite close. Okay, Wait, George? Well, I guess we could trust James after all. That's George? Okay, now I'm confuzzled. See, I told you right from the start, I said there was something about George we couldn't trust. Wasn't it my father who was like, oh, with the Hemnitz, he's not my friend anymore. Hang on, I'll just check. I can hack the desk now, so I'm gonna check everything. I'll be right there. Keep that gun smoking. See, I can do something here. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's go talk to the face first. He will probably tell me about this machine. Wait, so George is the great leader? Hello, Evan. Hemnitz, what the hell? How? Why? From our exclamations, it's hard to tell what you're more stunned by. Cunningham's tragic death or my own miraculous resurrection. I dare say both events are equally shocking to you, so I'll give you some time to have a look around. Okay, fine. Now I'll go look at that machine then. Can I hack your desk? I can't, but it's a pretty nice desk, I have to admit. Okay, let's see what's up here. It's gotta be significant since it has like a slow pan. Wrong password. Oh, you... So why did you get... Okay, I've looked around. Well, that was dumb. It's because I have no authority. I'm sure you figured a lot of things out as you scrambled your way to the top, but I imagine you still have a lot of questions. Ask away. You have plenty of time. Just please don't do anything stupid. I have enough rounds left in this gun to put you next to Cunningham 8 times over. Who are you, really? I'm George Hemnitz, and now, without any false modesty, I can say that I am the smartest member of the Inner Circle. Inner Circle? That's what we call the elite group of people who really govern this country. The rest all laughed at me. They saw my return to being a senior manager in the Citizens' Appeal Department as a foolish flight of fancy. They even came up with a word for it. Downshifting. But only there, down below, can you see all the vulnerabilities of the system. Only by pretending to be one of the mere mortals could I find ways to access other structures, such as the Internal Investigation Division. All it took was a little dirt scraped from the very bottom, just 342 incoherent reports, a little indirect evidence of the rest of the Inner Circles being corrupt, 14 blurry photos to be exact, and that was it. James Aldous Cunningham took the bait and started digging. First of all, what about your execution here? How is this possible? You were executed. I saw you hanged in public with my own eyes. You weren't the only one who witnessed it, and that was the point. There was nothing supernatural about it. Bribes for the guards, a climbing safety rig under my jacket, a couple of clasps and a hook for the noose. The really hard part was having to hang there without moving after a little show for the following 18 hours and 43 minutes. But why? You know, you seem like a smart man. You made your way to the top after all, and yet you still don't get some very simple things. Strange. It's so the others think I'm no longer around. My rivals are more dangerous than yours, Evan. What rivals? Ferguson, DeSalvo, Weinberg. While I was dead, they were competing with each other, thinking that they didn't have to worry about anyone else behind their backs. Why was it necessary to get me to deal with the bosses? As I said, I needed someone to help get rid of my competitors. Let's discuss how it all went. Ferguson, thanks to you, that pompous turkey of a man will be kept very busy digging holes for pools he'll never get to swim in. Great work! As for DeSalvo, a pure psychopath who should have been put down like a rabid dog a long time ago. Of course, I can't say I haven't gotten my hands dirty from time to time, but I believe that violence should be justified and functional. The things he did were inexcusable and unforgivable. You did everyone a favor by putting an end to it all. And as for Weinberg, things go out of hand with that clown and his clones. Let him see what an ideal society truly looks like. You were right not to get swept up in his ideas. We'd be heading for a future overrun with clones otherwise. I think it's only fitting that he serves as biomaterial to help create the clones he loved so much. And as for where that leaves us, you did a superlative job. Well done. You played your part in my symphony without missing a single note. You're a star performer. The Inner Circle has been eliminated, and now I'm the only one left. I'll be sure to give you a certificate of merit for all your hard work, Evan Redgrave. Ah, ha 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 ha. What about the Inner Circle? Me, Ferguson, DeSalvo, Weinberg, and your father. That's the whole Inner Circle. What about the wise leader? Doesn't he rule everything? Ah, ha 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 ha, Evan. Are you really that much of a fool? That old loon never ruled anything. It's been that way from the very beginning. What? Just wait, you'll still have a chance to chat with him today. And why not? You've definitely earned your audience. Why did you kill Cunningham? Nothing personal. Cunningham had played his part, and therefore it was time to remove him. He'd become waste material. And what was his part, so if I may ask? He may have mentioned that he had a superior. I was that superior, although he never once saw me and he received all his orders by telephone. I don't think he ever even guessed that the first circumstantial evidence he found on the inner circle also came from me. He used you, and I used him to eliminate my competitors and gain access to the Heimdall project through you. And what is this project? What is the purpose of it? To control people, using repeater towers spread throughout the city, 2,841 of them altogether, connected to a single network. If you adjust the wavelength properly and send a signal, you can make people do anything you like. What's more, it's possible to create more complex patterns and command different people to do different things. You can make ordinary people obey and not complain, make soldiers go to war and make workers work. You can command everyone to be happy, and they will be happy. Or you can order everyone to voluntarily go to the nearest euthanasia center and free up some space. One way or another, each individual will become a link in one great chain, part of a self-sustaining system that sees everything and hears everything. This is Heimdall. Was my father involved? Yes, he was. Your father worked on Heimdall. Not by himself, of course. He was a talented administrator and politician, but no scientist. He did achieve a real breakthrough. His team discovered how to completely block the signal for individual recipients. Without this, there would have been no point to the project. The entirety of the powerful elite would also be under the influence of the signal. I, for one, didn't much fancy becoming a slobbering idiot, jumping through hoops for whoever standing at the control panel. Put simply, Heimdall is as much Caleb Redgrave's child as you are, and considering the fact that you and your father barely spoke to each other, I could not unequivocally say which of you he loved more. How did my dad die? Well, we know that one. I'll make no secret of the fact that Caleb posed a problem for all of us. What he was developing had the potential to not just shake the scales of power. Heimdall was capable of simply smashing the scales into dust. And opinions on the matter differed. Some didn't believe that such a project could actually be completed. Some wanted to wait until development was finished so that they could take it for themselves. And some were quite content with the current balance of power. But then the first test exceeded our wildest expectations. It was 100% effective. But your father, and this was a surprise, suddenly grew a conscience. So you all had him killed. Who was the one who did it? You? I think he was just trying to protect you. None of us had any qualms about harming each other's families after all. You won't believe me, of course, and why should you? But your father jumped out of that window himself. You're right, I don't believe a word of it. You don't have to believe it. You can watch the surveillance camera footage yourself from the terminal. The password is Icarus. Oh, I'm gonna fly too close to the sun, am I? Hang on, I'm not done with you in here. What about the leader? You said that the wise leader doesn't decide anything. Oh yes, you have a unique opportunity to see the wise, great, fair leader exactly how he really is. If you're going to weep in disappointment, don't do it too loud. There's a button in the terminal. The password is organic vegetable. Ah, haha, you'll appreciate the joke soon enough. Why am I here? I understand all of that, but what does it have to do with me, damn it? That threat of the death of his son would have been enough to get Caleb to give up and hand over access to the first person to get to you. So he was clever about it. He tuned Heimdall to your biometrics, DNA and vital signs. Then he quit his job, so to say. So you are the only person in the world who can activate the program. But why he stashed those boxes with launch codes all over the ministry, which again only you can open, I do not quite understand. So you have to be alive, healthy and calm. That is, not in pain or under stress. to launch Heimdall. That's why you weren't dragged to this office right away. That's why the boss of each That's why the boss of each the floor tried, let's say, to draw you into the orbit of their interest. Father's first letter. You wrote it, right? Let's just say I edited a little. The original was much more voluminous. Caleb described the inner circle, Heimdall, and his plans in detail. But the phrase, "don't trust anyone," belongs to him. You should have listened to your father, Evan. I should have known. You're right about that. I even thought back then, does this guy really have no questions? Like, why the hell is Dad writing in riddles instead of just telling everything like it is? By the way, you know how to keep secrets, Evan. You didn't tell Cunningham about me. Not that it matters, but I am pleased that you fulfilled my request. Finish that trip down the memory lane and let's get down to business. What do you want? Each of those bosses wanted something. What do you want? Me? What do you think I want? Something tells me that a person whose mind could weave such a plan to eliminate competitors doesn't simply want to enjoy the power. Well, cards on the table, right? Spit it out. I've been here for many years, in this muddy pool of yours that you call the great state for some unfathomable reason. What could be so great about such a colossal mound of shite? You're like maggots crawling around in the garbage, incapable of imagining anything better. What use is your freedom if you don't know what to do with it? You yourself gave it up to a handful of wicked people many years ago. And it would have been fine if you only poisoned your own life. But you've built everything around the fact that someone else is to blame. Everything from economics to demographics is tied to a war with your neighbors, who are also responsible, it turns out, for your inability to go and do something about it. Oh my god, you're a mole, a Borean. I've forgotten who I am over the years, but I have not forgotten that I want to end this damned war that continues to make so many lives. To take so many lives. That's why I'm here, Evan. I want to use Heimdall to stop this meat grinder. So that your people and my people can safely build our happiness. Well then, Evan, it's time to do what you've spent so much time working towards. Now you'll launch Heimdall and hand control over to me. And don't try anything funny. I still have the revolver. I can live without Heimdall. You can't live without your head. Oh, I wanted to watch the, hang on. Ah, crap, I should have done that. Yeah, what are you gonna do now? Ah, I should have watched the security. Ah, I'm so upset. Can I watch it now, please? Wow, it's some kind of force field. Father even thought of that. Now I really can make my own choice. Nope. Okay, what I'll do is that I will, at the end of the episode, I'll load a game and then we'll go see the footage. Actually, I'm gonna cut it in right here. I'm gonna cut in the footage that I missed and then we'll come back. Oh, that's the great leader. Oh, so we summoned him. Oh god, that's a whole new... I thought we... Okay, let's watch the security footage here, see what happened. Great job, Redgrave! A real breakthrough! These are really some good pictures of Spider-Man. I won't let you bastards have Heimdall. You'll all only make things worse. To hell with you. You protected your son, we understand and respect that, but you didn't do anything to protect yourself. How long do you think you'll last on my table? You've got to jump off cliffs all the time and build your wings on the way down. Oh, okay. Well, you haven't seen this part yet, but in a moment you'll see how this makes sense. I didn't know that when I was doing the first playthrough. Yeah, I did. Yeah, dang it. What, Isaac? What is he talking about? So he did indeed jump himself, but I think he was still forced to do so. He was pushed, so to say. Let's talk to the wise leader. Hello?
Hello, is that you, Caleb? No, you look a lot like him.
I'm his son. I have so many questions for you. I don't even know where to start. I'm a little starstruck here.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, young man, but I don't know very much. I will have something to ask of you, but that's for later. In the meantime, ask your questions. If I can, I will answer.
What about the inner circle? Do you know about the inner circle? Do you even know what's going on in the ministry?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you? Who am I? Help? These people don't really ask for my opinion, and why would they?
What? You're the wise leader.
Am I? Or what does that mean? The wise leader is an image, nothing more.
You are the father of our nation, the leader of the great state, the conscience, mind, and honor of our era.
I want to tell you a story.
I clicked. I'm sorry. With the story and those kind of books are banned. They say that every citizen must build a real life, not live in fantasies.
Well, Sonny, when I was young, we didn't listen to this godforsaken music. Turn it down. We had to play with dirt. That was all we had. Not like you youngsters nowadays with your TikTok and your iPads. These books were everywhere, and the hardest part was finding the good stories among all the rest. My friends told me the simplest way of identifying the bad ones. You have to read the description on the back. And if you come across a sentence containing more than 3 words that start with a capital letter, the book is most likely robberies. Way too many words. This technique still works almost 100% of the time. I hope you now understand why I'm quite sick and tired of all these wise leaders, conscience, minds, and etc.
Why don't you do anything? You just lie here while injustice happens all around you, in your own name.
Dude, I'm hooked up to this machine. What can I do? I have long been just a tired old man who can't even move more than 100 steps away from these machines.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you like to hear how I became the wise leader? It started in 1798. I was an aspiring theater actor when the revolution started. I mostly played small parts. The most humiliating experience I ever had was portraying a corpse for 3 hours. Seems ironic now, doesn't it? So the revolutionaries stormed the theater during one of those shows and shot dead every actor for worshipping bourgeois values. They left me alone, seeing as I was already acting dead. A week later I encountered them again on the street. They were shocked and must have remembered my face. Then someone yelled, "It's a miracle," and before I knew it I was put on a pedestal to give a speech. Either out of fear or relief, I got carried away with it. Turns out I was great at making rousing speeches. Within a fortnight, I was the face of the revolution. And as you can guess, it became my job to speak someone else's words from a stage, inspiring and motivating others. I was a nobody, and I remained a nobody. Just an echo. At least now I don't have to play dead anymore. As you can see, I already look much deader than any corpse.
What is all this? Why are you here? What are the organs in those tubes for?
Yeah, well, they are my brains and heart. I'm over 100 years old. They continue to transplant failing organs into me and keep me hooked up to life support. The worst thing is, nobody cares what I want. When they don't need me, they put me in an induced coma. When they do need me, usually to record yet another propaganda video, they raise me from the dead. Why? Wouldn't it be less trouble to use lookalikes? Wait, you say there's someone who looks like me? We had those for a time, but they all wanted something. Money, women, or just to get drunk all the time. After a couple of unfortunate incidents, it was decided to just go back to the one person who already accepted his faith long ago. I'm not blind. I'm easily replaceable. They just don't want to go to the effort. You said you had a request of me. Can you scratch my ass? It's been itching for 28 years and I can't fucking move. I understand that asking this from a stranger is too much, but there might be no other chance. I'm so tired. I'm so sick of myself. So many years have passed and I'm still the same soulless talking machine. I want you to unplug me. What? Unplug me. I beg you, stop this meaningless agony. After all, so many people have been deprived of their organs to support my life. And I'm just a scratched up turntable playing the same record over and over again. Unplugging me is pointless. Oh well. Those life supports have a great many safeguards. Just take a pillow. Do the right thing. End it. I mean, you know what, yeah. Actually, this is one of the endings that I might actually feel somewhat decent about. Okay, I'll help you. I'm sorry. Not at all. May your hand be steady. Please know you're doing me a great kindness. I got an achievement for something. I don't know what it is. Please don't make us watch it. Ah, great. And George is just watching this, being okay with this? Okay. I guess the wise leader is dead now. Wait, it continued to beat. Did you see that? It was flatlining, but the heart was beating. Now that's just silly. And there we are. The wise leader is dead, and we got the answers about my father. Okay, now you saw what we missed in the first playthrough, so let me just jump back into that, and a lot of things are gonna make sense. See you there, and welcome back. I just showed you the footage that we skipped, but now comes the big choice. Should we launch Heimdall? Welcome to the Heimdall control system. Congratulations on gaining administrator privileges, Evan Redgrave. You have 250 codes for protocol changes. The maximum is 250. Select the required protocol. Connect independent circuits. Isolate Heimdall. Add administrator. Happiness for all, free of charge. God mode. You've got to jump off cliffs all the time and build your wings on the way down. Gonna isolate it. Isolating the system from any external changes is possible only by the complete removal of all biometric data. In addition to formatting access data and activating additional firewalls, this protocol assumes the physical elimination of the last active administrator with the total removal of his/her DNA chains. Oh no, we don't want to do that. No. Let's not do that. You've got to jump off cliffs all the time and build your wings on the way down. I think that's the one to go for. God mode, no. Happiness for all, free of charge. I don't want that because it's fake happiness. Add administrator, I don't know. Connect independent circuits. No. I'm gonna go for this. The content of the protocol has been hidden by a previous administrator. Initialize this protocol. Yes. I got an achievement, don't know what it is. Protocol initially. Oh, up to you. Enforce the free will of something. Achievement unlocked. Playing the preset phrase. You've made the right choice, son. I'm proud of you. And I love you very much. Protocol loaded.
a low pulsating hum droned through the city, filling the air, boring into every mind and bending every single person to its mechanical will. Men and women, adults and children, rich and poor.
Wait, no, I didn't want to take control over everyone. I wanted to eliminate that. I want everyone to have free will. That's what I'm doing, right?
In just a few minutes, the entire population submitted to Heimdall's power.
Wait, what? That's not what I thought that did.
From then on, people thought, felt, wished, and did only what was required of them. You can't force a person to be happy against their will. But what if you forcefully give them free will? What if you instill in them a single thought? From now on, you make your own decisions and take responsibility for your own actions.
See, that is what I wanted to do.
Could it bring about peace? The inhabitants of Helmer were the first to become truly independent. Even though their lives weren't perfect, their choices were often far from ideal, and the consequences of these choices were painful. But they had their own choices, their own happiness, and their own mercy. The ministers, all of them were executed. The monstrous and useless bureaucratic apparatus was gradually dismantled, and the ministry building was turned into a museum dedicated to senseless cruelty. Evan became a full-fledged member of the new society. When asked about what happened in the last days of the great state, he would only smile and stay silent. He had no wish to recall his time spent in the ministry or the nightmares that he witnessed and took part in. Evan lost himself in real work and finally reunited with his family. Until the very end of his life, he tried to erase from his memory the faces of his superiors and colleagues, wishing fervently that he could stop hearing military marches in the distance and the roar of 1,000 voices chanting, "All hail the wise leader."
And thus, we come to the end of Beholder 2. I greatly enjoyed the game. And I think there are some interesting topics to be taken from this game, like how much are you willing to do and sacrifice in order to just get to the top, so to say. What's most important for you? The importance of free will, even though it may be painful. Yeah, there's a lot of things to take from this game. Now, one thing I will mention. First of all, let me just say again, I did enjoy this game, but with that said, I do agree with a lot of the reviews that I read before starting Beholder 2, and many of them were saying that it's a good game, but it's not a Beholder game. And let me just explain that. If you compare this game to Beholder 1, there was a lot of crossovers and a lot of references to Beholder 1. But the gameplay was completely different. Not just in, I know it's still oh, government, blah, blah, blah. But it was a completely different game mechanic. This Beholder 1 felt a lot more strategical. You had to really think about your choices, and just one misstep or waiting too long to do something and you would be screwed. This game felt a little more story driven, and in a sense you were sort of carried by, first of all, you weren't dependent on time. I know that the actions took time and you had to use time to complete some things, but it was just, if we don't do this today, we'll just do it tomorrow. Whereas in Beholder 1, people would leave and you couldn't get any more information or spy on them or anything. And also in this one, I know I failed once where I got put in prison, but this one felt a lot less dangerous in some way, where it didn't really feel like you could make the wrong choice. Whereas in Beholder 1, you had to be really thoughtful of your choices. I would have liked to see Beholder 2 be more in the style of Beholder 1, but instead of spying on tenants, you have now moved up to some more advanced stuff where you had to spy on the ministry itself, like spying on the different co-workers by setting up cameras or microphones and digging up dirt on them and talking to everyone to collect information, where this one seemed a little more almost like a visual novel almost. And I think that's a shame. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed this game, but I do have to concur and say I don't think I played a Beholder game. So yeah, but that's just my take on it. All in all, a great game. I know we skipped some things. We don't have the full story. I don't know about Horatio, about Stephen. We finished the quest with Isaac way too soon. What happened to the Carls? There was a lot on floor 12, I think so too, that I didn't get to do. LeGrand, we didn't get the full story of. But yeah, that's my playthrough. And if you want to play this game yourself and see if you can get the full story and you want to experience the how do I put it? The intricacy that is Beholder 2, then I highly recommend that you play it for yourself. But for now, I will say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Alright, I am out.